Hi and welcome back to my channel. I'm Alessandro and this is part of a series of videos where I talk about the evolution of my net worth and my investment portfolio as a European and more specifically as an Italian entrepreneur living in Warsaw. My net worth reached 528,000 euros at the end of January, but in the last few months the markets have been very volatile. Stocks have gone down a lot, mainly because of the tariffs introduced by Trump, which have created fears about a possible trade war leading to a global recession. So in this video we'll see how much my portfolio has gone down, and I'll also tell you what I'm doing with my investments, how I'm dealing with this market crash and volatility. First, let's look at the change in my net worth. As of March 31st, 2025, my net worth dropped to 522,000 euros, which is a loss of over 6,000 euros compared to the 528,000 euros that I reached a few months ago. But in the first days of April, there was even more volatility in the stock market, so I expect to see an even worse result by the end of the next month. Anyway, the data I'm sharing here is all updated at the end of March. Let's see how the different parts of my portfolio have changed. Cash has gone from 29,000 to about 28,000 euros. The value of my bonds and bond ETFs has increased by about 1,000 euros in the last month. But this is also because I invested exactly 1,000 euros in a global bond ETF, the iShares Core Global Aggregate Bond UCITS ETF, euro hedged. So we can say that bonds haven't really gone up in value. Stocks are of course the biggest problem. Even if I kept investing over these 2 months in the global stock ETF Vanguard FTSE All World, the total value of my stocks still went down by about 7,200 euros. And it will drop even more in the next update, since the markets have lost at least another 10% in the first days of April. There's not much news about my peer-to-peer lending. Both Bondora and Mintos, the two platforms that I use, continue to give me regular returns, and I'm earning about 50 euros per month. Gold has also gone up a little bit, confirming that it's a good asset when stocks go down. It has earned me about 1,600 euros in the last 2 months. Then there's the value of my apartment in Warsaw, which shows some changes every month, but only because of accounting reasons. I calculated the value of my apartment in Polish zloty, but I report my net worth in euros, so the apartment's value is affected by the exchange rate between euro and zloty. It's not a big factor, but I still need to consider it when I calculate my net worth. Currently, my apartment is worth about 167,000 euros, according to my estimates. Let's move on to crypto. Here, there has been also a significant drop. The total value has fallen from 16,900 euros to 12,700 euros. As I mentioned earlier, my total net worth in euros has dropped by about 6,800 euros. But now I want to estimate how much I've lost in the first days of April. The total value of my portfolio on the Giro was 114,800 euros at the end of March. Today, as I'm recording this video, I see it's 106,500 euros. On XTB, the value has gone down from 98,300 to 95,300. So in total, on these two platforms, I've lost another 11,300 euros in this first half of April. I would say that in total, at the moment, I'm down more than 20,000 euros from the all-time high of my net worth. This is a loss of value of around the 4%. It's quite painful, but I don't complain, it could be worse. And each investor, by the way, is in my same situation right now. Finally, let's take a look at my asset allocation, which hasn't changed much compared to the previous months. The share of stocks and crypto has dropped a little bit because of the losses of these asset classes. But apart from that, everything is more or less the same as before. Okay, now that we have reviewed my investment portfolio, I want to share how I'm dealing with these days of market volatility and what I am doing. Personally, I'm sticking to my strategy, which is regular monthly investing in global stock ETFs. Specifically, I invest 1,000 euros each month in the Vanguard FTSE All World ETF, through the broker XTB. When the market crashes or there is high volatility, the temptation to make impulsive moves is very strong, especially because it's hard to see your account in the red. But it's extremely important to stay calm and stick to your strategy. You might consider buying the dip when stocks drop a lot, but even this is risky because we don't know if we have already hit the bottom or not. Personally, I'm slightly increasing my stock investments during these months, but without going too far. Overall, I'm following my strategy, confident that in a few months, or in the worst case, in a few years, my investment portfolio will return to its peak levels. So that's all. Thank you for watching this video, and I invite you to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss my future updates. See you soon!